Hello, everyone. I am Matthew Thomas, and I have some very special guests with me at this time. They are the winners of GI Records Music Mania 2, and they're an alternative rock band out of North Bay, Ontario, Aurora and Peril. Thank you for being on Super Cool Radio.
Thank you.
We had Jessica and Robin, their vocals and bass, and we have Ben Long on guitar, and Chris on drums. And I just want to say one more time, congrats on winning Music Mania 2.
Thank you.
And so, since there's no shows going on right now, in the United States and I assume in Canada as well, how has this affected the music scene where you guys are?
It's pretty much put everything to a halt right now. I mean, we're working on new material through Messenger, Facebook Messenger right now, and trying to get together, but I mean, we can't physically get together right now. We can't move forward. We're just working on things behind the scene. That's about it.
It kind of broke momentum quite a bit, the old monkey wrench and the gears kind of deal.
Yeah, because you guys just released your EP, was it end of last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just got new music, now you can't perform.
Exactly.
So how did Aurora and Peril? How'd you guys come together as a band, and how'd you choose that name for the band?
So we originally started out with just me and Ben. I was doing like a folk thing, and we started writing together. Then decided, we were sort of torn about whether we wanted to put a full band behind, or if we wanted to just keep it acoustic and simple. And we just decided to go forward and do the band. So, so then I needed to come up with a band name, and it actually came to me in a dream. I guess that I was thinking about it literally 24/7, and I came up with the name Aurora Peril in my dream, and we decided to change it to Aurora in Peril so that people didn't think that Aurora Peril was my name. That's basically it. We became a band officially. I think we added Chris in September at Chicago.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Robin came in
mid-December.
Mid-December, yeah.
Oh, right on. That's actually really cool how you got the name. I'm always interested in how people come up with names and stuff, and that is really cool.
Thanks.
So you were talking about I mentioned about your first EP that was released in the last year. So how was writing and recording that EP?
It was a little bit of a journey because originally, like I said, we were going to do the folk thing, and so most of it was acoustic, or non-acoustic guitar or ukulele even, and then it was quickly turned into what it is now. Ben did the majority of that for us. So.
Right on. And so I was listening to your EP, and I really enjoy the song "Better Off." What's the kind of the story behind that song? It's very powerful, at least when I heard it.
Thank you. That is a song about my mom. She sort of walked out the door about 21 years ago. And I haven't had contact with her since I was 11. So, it's basically just asking the question, she decided for us, that she was better off, but it's sort of asking the question, am I better off without her?
That's very powerful. Just the story behind that, just everything behind that. And so what's kind of your writing process? Do you come up with the song lyrics first, or do you kind of structure the song first? What's your process?
Do you want me to answer that one?
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
All right. So there's no real one set way. With the EP, One of the songs was a song that I had written, and me and Jess came together and kind of shaped it into what it is. One of the songs is a song that she'd written on ukulele and brought it in and had the chords and the melody already, and I just kind of fleshed it out to full band stuff. Better Off, I had written the piano for that, 15 years ago, and had just kind of been sitting on it and tried to write stuff with it and never gotten anything for it. And then Amanda, my partner at the label, had said, why don't you send that piano thing to Jess and see what she can do with it? And so we did that, and that's what came out of that. So really, our writing process has been any random way that we can come up with something that we think is good.
Yeah.
And quick, let's go.
Yeah, very quick.
I dig that. What's some of your musical influences? Because I noticed some in like the EP. So what are your guys' influences?
I think we're sort of all over the board. All over the board. I am anywhere from like Paramore to I like the Civil Wars. I don't know if you know who they are. I like a lot of melody. That's why I do try to make everything very melodic and pretty, but at the same time rock it out. So that's where I come from. And you were more...
I never envisioned myself in a band to begin with. I was just I always liked live entertainment and being in that scene, but I was just kind of voluntold to learn the bass because they didn't have a bass player at the time, and they needed a bass player to play their first show on a New Year's gig. So I had about a month to pick up a bass and learn it, and I learned a bunch of songs, and turns out I'm sticking to it for now.
Yeah.
So,
but you're more metal, is the question.
Yeah, I've always tinkered with a guitar as a kid. I've had a guitar for a long time, but not that I ever really got any good at it to be a guitarist. But it gave me the basics to learn how to play the bass, and here I am today.
Yeah, for the EP, just because of my age, I grew up with start of high school, sort of the music I fell in love with was like Blink-182 and Jimmy Eat World and
pop punk.
Yeah, basically pop punk in the early 2000s emo type of stuff. So that's kind of what most of the record was me basically saying, hey, what would Jimmy Eat World do here? Or what would be a really cool Newfound Glory type thing to do here? Like, I kind of pulled a lot on those influences from that day to kind of have some high energy, solid rock stuff that was still incredibly melody based because we're gifted with a great singer here. And yeah, a lot of my previous bands, I was the singer, and I'm not a good singer. So now that I have good singers to work with, I like to pull on stuff that I can really focus on melody and really kind of showcase that.
All right. Chris, how about you?
Kind of the same as what's already been mentioned. A lot of punk, a lot of pop punk sort of stuff. I mean, I've played a lot of different styles, but anybody in that sort of genre, like Blink-182, Paramore, that sort of stuff, just speaks to me.
Speaks to my soul.
Yeah.
And they hit drums, I listen. I don't play them the
A lot of the the pop punk bands like the early 2000s kind of shifted either more to like heavy pop or more of like into a rock category. So it's kind of refreshing to hear actual kind of a pop punk alternative rock band, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. One last question before you go. You guys already mentioned your work on new material. Can you guys give us any kind of hints of like what's going to happen with Aurora and Peril coming up in 2020?
If we can actually get together a whole lot. We have so many ideas that I just want to put into fruition. We're working on one song right now that we have lovingly called Cactus at the moment, but you guys will have to wait to hear that one. Hopefully by the end of the year it will be out.
It's a slow process because one guy records a part, sends it out, and then the other people just listen to it. All right, record their part to it. How does that sound? You know, it's a slow process this way, rather than being in a place together and doing your thing. So,
but definitely you should be able to hear some new music, and hopefully we can get out and play for people at some point.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I know the United States are already starting to lift bans. How is it in Canada?
Oh, yeah, there's no way that we'll be getting out there anytime soon.
Not until, like, earliest probably June or something.
At least. I'm thinking...
We won't be playing shows until at least September.
That's what
I'm thinking. But I think the bands will start coming up in June-ish.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Depending.
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to actually meet, because at the moment in our province you can't have any gatherings more than 5 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can actually be fined $750 per person.
Plus tax.
Plus tax, so it ends up being $880. Yeah. So when they actually lift that, I'm hoping they'll probably bring it up to 10. That means that we can actually meet. So when that happens, yeah, we'll definitely be putting out some new music.
I'm looking forward to hear that. I didn't know about those kind of restrictions up there. There's not a lot looser here in the States.
Yeah.
Gotta be safe.
Well, no, sure. People's safety definitely comes first.
Yeah.
And so if people are interested, what are some of the best ways to support Aurora and Peril right now?
Just listening to our music and sharing and following us and all of that fun stuff. Tell a friend if you like what you hear. We're on all of the major streaming platforms like Apple Music and Spotify. We're on YouTube, all over the place. And we do have a Facebook page as well that you can follow us to see what's happening.
Right on. Thank you for being on Super Cool Radio. It's fun to finally, after some technical difficulties, get to chat with you guys. And hope to hear some more great music. Hopefully, maybe end of the year. Hopefully, we'll see.
Okay.
See how everything goes.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, thank you.